So I walked on the set, yeah, and she was there, and she looked at me. I looked at her, yeah. I'm like, she might not have been looking at me, innit? But in my head, she was looking at me, yeah. And I froze.
Yeah.
You see when it's like her hair went all wavy and you know what I said? I said that. And I, you know, I can't look at her. Just,
do you remember the first time I met you though?
when was that?
When Posty done the Rated Awards, but it was me and Julie doing it. You performed, do you remember?
Rated Awards?
Yeah, it was a Rated Awards, but it was like indoors. Remember before it used to be like outside, like...
I don't think I've done the Rated Awards.
No, you performed at it because you got the honorary...
Oh, you're right.
awards.
Fucking, I've still got that in my studio. Yeah, right. I forgot all about that. You know, I feel like the pandemic has like been wiped from my...
Yeah.
Right, okay.
You're one of those people I didn't think I'd ever actually meet, you know?
Why?
Because I feel like whenever you don't go out, you're not at events and stuff. You're never there. So like I didn't think I'd ever actually like I knew we would cross paths
at some point.
But there's always people that you always see in it.
Yeah.
But I never thought I was like, am I ever gonna meet Dizzee? Like, is it ever gonna happen? So when I did get to meet, I was like, hey bro, hey, he's there. What's good, man? And you was like, yeah, I hear that, bro. I'm trying to perform, innit? So let's keep it brief, bro. I was like, all right, take care, man.
Nah, I felt like I was. What's it called though? I was intrigued by you as well. Like, I was afraid of what you're doing for time. Yeah.
It's the feeling's definitely mutual.
Yeah,
I think whenever I meet musicians and they're about to perform, and you lot have got the in-ear stuff,
yeah,
and the packs, and everyone's like, cool. You got a bunch of people, stylists, makeup artists, and everything. And you know what it is with comedians, yeah? I think people are quite afraid of us because we're always on banter, innit? So I could imagine a lot of musicians are like, hey, are you going to take the piss, bruv? Like, I'm ready to perform.
No, they're afraid of you because you're from the Nam. That's what I mean. It's love.
But how did Bo, like, because I read DJ Target's book, Grime Kids. Okay. It's one of my favourite books.
That's it.
And he mentions you in it.
Yeah.
And how you used to go to his house.
It's to pester him.
Yeah. And how you used to take, like you would, that's how you kind of learnt to DJ, by using the records and then kind of mixing, and then you knock his door again and stuff like that.
So no, I already had a pair of decks. Because one thing, there's a DJ culture around London, but definitely on my estate, with guys that were jungle DJs already, because I started off as a jungle DJ when I was a kid, I wanted to be Target, innit? I wanted to be Chrissy Chris. Chrissy Chris, I think he was on Kiss. But back in the day, he was like this kid DJ. Yeah. That was like, wow, there's a kid like that. And then we used to DJ at the youth clubs, like the bedroom set up. Like, mad people used to come to my yard. Everyone obviously Storming. I was Storming's DJ, Nasty Crew. That's how I ended up around Nasty Crew. But even people like Kai's from your ends. Like Kai's somehow ended up at my house where we were kids. And I was a DJ, and then he started spitting. So it was random, like people would be about. And then so I used to go to Target because like he was like my favourite DJ on Rinse. I'm a product of like Rinse FM. I'm a Rinse baby. I listened to the Rinse, wanted to be on Rinse. Like I listened to Wiley, X-Man and all them. Rico. Like that's what I aspired to go on and be in it. So that was like my pipeline. So I wanted to be like Target, and then eventually I somehow found out that he lived over there. Like, across the road. Like, alright, cool. I found his house.
It was his nan's house as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was his nan's. Yeah. But so much people were local to me between Tower Hamlets and Newham and Hackney. Obviously, it's the circle. Bo's in kind of in between them, innit? So like, in that way, I was lucky. All the stations were all the pirate stations, plus all the youth clubs. All these things played a part in it. Like, I used to go Target, so I used to have sometimes like £12, and like, how much records could I get for £12? And he was just passing me on the records that he didn't need no more, because he was getting the exclusives and the dubs, him and Trend and all that. And they were making tunes as well. And then one day I went there, and he's the one who introduced me to Wiley. Obviously, the book says that as well, innit? But obviously Wiley was around the area. He was like an enigma. He was a myth. Everyone knew who Wiley was. And sometimes you see Genius about on his ped as well. Genius owned Rinse FM at that time as well. He used to run it. So one day I went to Target's house, and he just gave me like boxes of records. I think it's when his nan died. I didn't know, so I didn't understand, innit? He just gave me everything. I was like, rah. So I went home, and he niced me. I remember there was a party where I didn't really have enough records. It was just like a, again, youth club thing. And he came and blessed me. He came and gave me Chopper. He came and gave me like the record like in the middle of my set. Like that was like a big thing. What them man, yeah, to me meant as much as Snoop Dogg or Tupac or Jay-Z meant to me as well. Like, and I credit Jungle and obviously Jungle first, but Garage as well as being so important because of they were spitting in our accent for a start. Like these man sounded like they were from down the road. Yeah, like you obviously had you had all that kind of style, but then you also had Unknown MC, who in my head, is a super important segue from rap to garage, who kind of people don't lock in on that enough, because he came from Hijack, which was the UK answer to, I don't want to say Public Enemy, but that era at the time, and transcended into garage, and that kind of style of MCing, I feel like he brought that into it. And then it was more exaggerated versions of it that I don't know who did, like the DTs or whatever. But I credit Jungle MCs and Garage MCs for like making me feel like it was normal to rap in my own accents. I never rapped like Americans, even though I was into American rap. Yeah.
I find that mad interesting because I think I grew up listening to Garage and Grime, so it was kind of it was already there. Yeah, if that makes sense. Plus hip hop was there as well. So I had choice of. Don't get me wrong. I feel like hip hop. I'd say probably like hip hop, R&B was always kind of the more popular music being played on the radio. But I also grew up in an era where I was like, oh, I've got this garage thing to listen to. I'd say jungle, but I was still a little bit too young for jungle. Yeah. But as much as I remember it, I feel like garage was probably there during the time I was growing up. And then when Grime, that's when I was a teenager. Yeah. So then that's what I wouldn't say ran with, but I'm like, like, you know, like when you're young and you're a teenager, you kind of also listen to what is also cool as well. So if everyone's listening to that, I'm going to listen to that too. Do you know what I mean? You also said that like music was the only option in some ways. You was quoted as saying that. Why do you think that was? And also, why do you think that area of East London is so like? And I've said it to a few other people. Like growing up in South, we always used. You would look at East and be like, "Bro, like, how does everyone know each other, man?" Like it was almost like a jealousy because, like, for example, like South East London and like let's say like Peckham and Brixton is so close. But it's so different to what's going on in Battersea, what So Solid were doing, if that makes sense. Even though it's still South London. I felt like East London, as much as like, you know, Hackney is, you know, about 15, 20 minutes from Bow, but at the same time, it just felt like everybody knew, everyone was on the right frequency, if that makes sense.
Yeah. But Bow's next to Hackney. So it's like, see, like Victoria Park. Yeah. It's Bow and Hackney. So that's how close it is. Then Stratford's next to Hackney. Then Bow's next to Stratford. Yeah. So it's that close. Like it's like a nucleus. But Southeast is next to us too. Yeah. So like, I'm gonna answer all that. I'm gonna remember everything you said. But just in my own mental things, I go back through the journey. Yeah, go for it. So Boy in the Corner, all that Esky stuff, Wiley, everything. First of all, we all made that in the same computer, same studio, but it was in Bermondsey. So I started off in Deptford. But remember, it's there. Yeah, so,
Rotherhithe Tunnel.
Rotherhithe. Exactly. Rotherhithe. And then Blackwall. Yeah. Bunch of people from my area went St. Joseph's Academy, like Greencoat. So, like I said, it's right there anyway. It's as close to us as the North London part of Hackney. Because Hackney's east, then you get to one bit, it's North London. So it's to say it takes so much time. There was a lineage. So say like, I don't know the full answer anyway, but say like with the pirate stations, let's say for like Deja for a start. Deja was, everyone's seen the thing with me and Tish on the roof, yeah? So that was on top of it was Club EQ at the time. But before EQ was called EQ, it was called Powerhouse, I think. And maybe something before that. Just that spot alone has got a history of music, raving, culture in itself. So, and I think because a lot of that area especially a lot, just East, within those 3 zones, Hackney, Bow, whatever, yeah, warehouse parties, and just it was all quite derelict. So it was like, I guess, a breeding ground, an easy place to put on these shubs and put on these raves and put on these, like, again, even with the flats, put on the pirate stations. So I think that hub was always there. I think obviously in South you had these stations, because obviously we started off in East, but what separated us, when I say me, again, me, myself, Wiley, Nasty Crew, so we basically toured London at first. That was the wicked thing about Grime. It took me to other areas. I learned about my city through that. So we went Brixton. So On Top, was it On Top FM that was in Brixton? On Top. On Top FM, one of the stations. So they had their station.
Definitely
so
in
that's
South London.
So that's where RA and that was. I'm sure it was On Top. Maybe On Top was in Sydenham. There was definitely a station in Brixton, and then there was other stuff. I think I can't remember what it is. I know Delight was in South, but I don't go on that. Flashback, yes, and Taste. All these other stations, and then let's not even forget the link when like Garage Essentials. So when I went over the water, that's who I went to link first. That's who I was around. Remedy, and a younger Big Nasty, who was Ennie's cousin. So he always winds me up to remind me about how I used to come over there. There was a youth club. We used to go Deptford Youth Club. I used to go there by myself and see that. But he always remind me of these orange jeans. I think they were orange, or these bright blue jeans. He likes to remind me of every time we're there. All right, cool. But I know him from young as well. Again, through the youth clubs and the pirate radio. And so we, again, I think we just always had that rich history from... It obviously would have started actually with the Jamaican sound systems and the Jamaican pirate radio stations, which have been running for whatever, and Jamaican community, Caribbean community in those areas. But obviously South had it too. So I don't know what differentiated it, even though I went around to South. But I remember in Peckham going to Link Too Nice and going to go and cut dubs, which is not, it was a cut house in dub. So even though it was East, I think that's what I'm getting to. I'm trying to put the shit in order as I remember it.
You're painting a picture,
it was a London thing very quickly. It was always us. We're from East, obviously, but like I said, the studio, I might have made some of the first ones in East, but like I said, eventually I was making the studios in Deptford. I had to go there. Then it was in Bermondsey. There was always a link. And then North, Heat FM. So I was over that way. And West eventually, Northwest, we've got there. But I'd say the nucleus was East, North, and Southeast, parts of the East. So everyone was involved early, really. It's just the prominent people that we remember would have been from East. And I think the style of music here, I think because we had more pirate stations more established, and was willing to kind of accept this new sound that we were doing. Because again, it came from Deja and Heat FM really, and obviously Rinse as well, who were letting us kind of do that. We would have been on the Nasty Crew show with the first Grime tunes. The first Grime tune like I done was with Storming, Armour and Sharky on it. And that would have been on Mac 10's set. That were the first tunes I would have given to, would have been Marcus Nasty and Mac 10. So it started there. Because I guess they gave it a chance. Same with the Shubsies. It was so underground. The garage was so popping, like to try and even get a look in. Like it would have just been those few people who run those stations that could have like a Genius, like a Diesel, who would have give you a look in the first place. I think that's why it dominated in East, and to an extent. Again, what you were saying about felt like everyone in East knew each other. To an extent, we kind of did. So like Kano, I knew Kano from Flavor FM in Canning Town. Before we was in Nasty Crew, before anything, he was like oh, he's good, you know. He's a good MC as well. Like, watching like he had his own set or whatever time he was on. You know what I mean? Because you know they used to do it in 2-hour sets.
Yeah, of course.
So that's how I knew him. And again, through the youth clubs. Like, so some of us went to the same schools.
Yeah.
Like I went to the same school as Chronic, or I went to the same school as Target as well. We were there at different times.
So I guess it was like happened accidentally, but also it was just like a mutual. But it also sounds like I also feel at that time it was just word of mouth. If you were listening to pirate radio, you were just like, oh, that's that person from that crew, that's that person from this crew, and because you had to record the tapes, and you know you share a tape with your friend and. This is also that time where you're like, hey, let me get that tape back though.
Right.
Like, I need that tape. I remember borrowing a tape to someone and going to Cardiff. Got a lot of cousins in Cardiff. And they used to listen to, I can't remember what type of music. It's like drum and bass, but it's that kind of really fast one that you hear at fun fairs. Like.
It's like hardcore.
Yeah.
But that's the Amen sample.
No, it's not even that
even
stuff.
faster.
Yeah.
It's
you
like,
know,
not like...
It's almost like, you know when it's got that kind of like...
not like donk music.
Kind of actually, yeah.
Okay.
Dum, da, dum, yeah, kind of a little bit like that. And I went up to my cousins and I was like, I'm going to really introduce these man to what's going on.
Right.
And it's so funny because I remember one of my cousin's friends, he was really like, oh, it's all right. I'm like, yeah. I was like, yeah. But the rest of them were like, hey,
what's this?
This is, yeah. And it's interesting though, because after that, my cousin's friend was just like, hey, like, can I get a copy of that tape? And that's why I say it was that kind of word of mouth. So I could imagine for yourself growing up at that time where you're hearing about another MC. Was there also pressure? Yeah, I always wanted to ask you this because you spoke about Titch there and how you lot clashed, and I remember that. But also, was there also pressure to be like, people telling you need to clash this person, or like that person said they want to clash you? Does that make sense? Like, if everyone knew everyone was good, was there like...
Wiley was an instigator of a lot of that. But there was a competitiveness just in general, especially when people thought they were rougher than people.
Yeah.
So you had that as well. So the Titch thing came from Wiley and his brother already going at it.
Yeah.
But me and Dougs were friends.
Yeah.
And ironically, like, I was very tight with Titch's cousin as well. Like, they're from Bow, innit? So I grew up with him. So when he came out, seemed like a kind of natural thing for him to go at me, innit? Like, and so just that's what that was. But there was always this thing. Just it's like in those days, to get say it was a youth club rave or any kind of rave. Like you have the MCs who are just MCs, and then sometimes some of the goons will pull up 30 man, but they've got their MC. And when these man get there, like they're bullying onto the mic and they're getting across. Yeah. Like, so that's where, and that's like that. But basically what the point I'm making is, in those days, you had to really make your mark. Okay. If you was on the mic, you had to like kind of make yourself, you couldn't really be too shy. And stuff. Yeah.
Was it always, was it ever a case of you're there and you're not involved, but you know, everyone's there and someone just calls you out? Does that make sense?
It's a lot of subliminals. In those days, he's talking about me. It's like, but everyone's talking about everyone, isn't it? Like, I mean, I'm not talking directly about you, but you're just bigging yourself up. I'm the best. I'll badge you up. I'll fuck your girl. I'm the best. What you can do about it? That's the basically what everyone's talking about, innit? Overall, innit? And some people do it with a bit more aggression, like a Tracy Titch.
I remember when I used to do Sunday show, and Napa used to tell me about, you know, when it came to reloads, and he was like, let me tell you something. There's one thing about, it was clashing, but getting those reloads was like almost like its weight in gold in some ways. What was that like for you when you got your first ever reload? Like, because you're still a teenager as well.
It got too easy.
Really?
I don't remember. Like, it got too easy. I don't know, innit? Like, you know what's bad? I was so locked in to what I was doing that when that stuff started happening, if you see my reactions to the reloads, like, yeah. Like that. Is that... Do you want to know something, though? I feel like I was as much gassed about hearing MCs on my beats. That's what I cared about.
Because you were producing as well.
Yeah. So there's a 20th anniversary version of Boy in the Corner came out like last year. I think it was last year. So we put all those tunes that a lot of people know, but don't know that I made. We didn't really have tags at the time, producer tags like that come a bit later. Some people might have had them, or maybe that Da Vinci, but I didn't have them. But I've got tunes that just go off. Like I said, the people didn't know I done. But it meant as much to me to hear man on my tunes. I don't know if I cared as much about being an MC. Like I said, I started as a DJ. I just saw the reaction that the MCs were getting, and I think I just wanted to express myself. I just needed to express myself in general. I think that's what it was.
Was there ever an MC that like started spitting on your tune and you was like had to really hold it in for the excitement?
All of them. Yeah, all of them. Like even Titch.
Yeah.
The crazy thing, we would talk about the Titch thing, yeah. Everyone like acts like, even while it was that all that was going on, we don't need to, we know what we're talking about here. It's on my tune. That's my tune that they were spitting on. Like, no one mentions that.
Man, I got things in boots.
the rhythm. Even if it's a rejig or a remix of my tune, it's my tune that we're out there arguing over, really. Like, but yeah, so anyone, D-Double, a bunch of people. There's a bunch of people on that tune, especially. It's called Ho. It's the one that's got that tune, like
banging tune,
you know what I mean?
And banging tune, man. Anyone on the way here.
See. So anyone, I really cared about that. Like I made those rhythms to get reload for the band to first. So I cared as much about that as probably more than I cared about getting a reload. Yeah.
So when you make Boy in the Corner, right? And that album it's legendary. I think like in years to come, like, you know, when we're speaking about UK music, I feel like I can't imagine the amount of people that probably have that just album cover wise. There's so, you know, when an album it explains so much but also shows so little. Does that make sense? The name, the title, the colours, the Air Max. You went Air Max 90s.
I remember, but you see, as you're saying this, I just want to be real. I'm like, it's like I'm waiting to say, you know, we just needed to. I don't know what the fuck was going on, bro.
Really?
I'm 18, yeah.
Yeah.
I've Ben Drury, a couple other people, and that they've got me in this room. I don't like photo shoots. I didn't want to be in the fucking. Like, I didn't want to be seen. Remember, we're from the era of people didn't see MCs.
Yeah, we didn't.
Yeah, so I wasn't used to. I didn't want to do my own first video. So we've gone in to do. I used to go and do these magazine shoots and sit about.
Because this is like I found like I would mainly see an MC from like a Rewind magazine. That was the first. Yeah, that felt like the hood publication. Yeah. That felt mainstream, like where you would see your artist and you might get an interview. Yes,
exactly. Yeah. Those are our first opportunities, really, like that. So there would have been a few before. Pay As You Go, So Solid, that would have been on because they crossed over. Yeah. More Fire and all that. But Rewind was that thing we were still under. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
So, a lot of that stuff for me was just like I'm just turning up then. Like I was just doing a bunch of stuff. Like. Because obviously they're trying to make the thing. First of all, there was no yellow board. It was like two white things.
Really?
Yeah, they've done that with graphics afterwards. Okay. I'm not giving away too much. So I'm sitting there trying to find loads of different things to sit there and do for this picture. I'm doing everything, and then I've sat down, and then I've done that, and for some reason that's the one they picked, and I've never lived it down since, bro. I remember I was sitting down eating some Jamaican food over in East, and someone they generally come up to me like, yo man, Dizzee, what was that devilish thing you bought? Were you done? People really think like they'd like some conspiracy devil. Like the amount of times I've had to explain that thing, I'm tired of explaining it, but I was like, really, I wish they didn't pick that one. I'm tired of us doing that, bro. Like,
do you find then? Because obviously that's what I think with the cover. I feel like you can frame that, like, especially if you got it as a vinyl. But do you find it's like, because obviously, you won a Mercury, right? You won a Mercury Award for you're a teenager. Did you feel at that time there's this side of it that's like, you've got this industry side that are like trying to find the nuances of, like he's saying so much.
I understand that now we're this age.
Yeah. But what was it like at that age?
I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, bro. I don't know, like that. How can I, like... I lived on the estate. I took the Mercury home to the flats, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what's going on.
Did you not know what that award was? Because I feel like I knew about that award once you had won it. At that time, when I was at that age.
I knew about it when Miss Dynamite won it. I was in Napa.
Yes, yeah. Because she had won it before, yeah.
Yeah, so there's you won the Mercury, like she won. No, I remember she won it. I was like, I still didn't know what it was, but that's the first time I heard about it.
Okay.
I know, obviously, I rate Miss Dynamite. I rate Miss Dynamite like I rate any MC because I watched her at EQ bust it up with the best of them, and it wasn't she's a sick MC for a girl. No, she's.
It's when she's on that track with So Solid. Why them I
she hold her own on anything.
Me not have no teeth.
She's the queen. She's the queen.
She's the queen. Cold, man.
You can't fuck with like a live presence. I had to write like
And man, I say boo in all your head when I get dropped. Yeah. I got a lot of time. Actually, if you're watching, hey, feel free to jump on, Miss Dynamite. Feel free.
Yeah.
And what was that time like for you, man? Like when Boy in the Corner's blowing up, because like I remember it like it was yesterday. It just felt like you looked like you was having the time of your life.
Did I?
Yeah, because bro, you're on the Thames on a boat.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just being
fair
like,
enough.
Like it's seeing stuff that we had never seen. I had never seen this before.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. I'm like, how is this possible? Like, what, we could get a boat and go on the Thames?
You know, do you know it's so like, interesting. Every time someone like, not to interrupt, every time people say this to me, it blows my mind now. I'm as intrigued about that as you are about when it happened, because I didn't get to experience it like everyone.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So when I'm hearing it, it's like, what must that have looked like? Like, like I didn't think of it like, you guys said I was going to work. I was just trying to make that moment. And again, credit to everyone that was around me, my manager, the people directing the thing, the label, XL, all these people that were, I mean, I couldn't have done it myself as a kid, innit? It's easy to take credit. Yeah, man, well, no, I was just sick, innit? I was just... The older you get, the more you're in the industry, the more, especially when you're independent, you're realizing how many moving parts there are. You're like, fucking hell, that was going on. There was a lot of forward-thinking people around me as well. You know what I'm saying? So even with that whole thing was like, it was trolling. It was one of the early versions, that's because of our generation of this, of going viral. Because the reason we went on the boat to do that was the director's idea to go past David Blaine, because David Blaine was in the box. Remember?
Yes, he was in the box.
He was in the box. So
yes,
it was the night that he was gonna come out of the box.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to go past and interrupt it and make noise. And if you go and watch the video of David Blaine coming out of the box, we are there in the background. That was the whole point.
Really?
Yeah.
That's an Easter egg.
Thing. Yeah.
Rotted.
That's what that was about. Yeah.
What was it like though, going to things like the Brit Awards and stuff? Because we had seen like, you know, things like So Solid at the Brit Awards before, like, or everyone's dressed up in white, and you know, you're. I felt like, for me anyway, seeing you in them spaces was like, like, you know, we've got someone in these spaces doing the music he wants to do, but also you're so young at the same time. And we weren't winning Brit Awards like that back then. Do you know what I mean? It was even to just know that we was nominated was like, like fingers crossed, you know, like one of the man them or gal them can win and bring it home. Do you know what I mean? But I can't imagine what that must have been like for yourself being in them spaces. Only saying that because I'm quite privileged enough to be able to host it. And when I'm there and I'm hosting it and I'm seeing people who look like me and I'm like, what's got...
It was bollocks till I won it. Let's be real. Like, who gives a fuck about that shit, man? I just hated awards anyway.
Really?
It was all like being in them...
Do you think though because you were young at that time though?
Because it was shit. That's where it was. And I was young, yeah? And remember, with the Brits, yeah, they give you the participation awards categories first. Urban award. But it wasn't until when I finally won one, it was the Best British Male Award. So it's like, okay, I got the big one. The one that matters. So once I won it, and people have won it since though, over here. But before that, So and then the awards used to do weird stuff. Like I got a joint Mobile Award one year. They gave me a joint award. I've never
a joint award.
Yeah, with Jamelia.
Really?
Yeah. So at that point, I was like, I don't know. I've never been given a joint award, bro.
Yeah.
So that's again. So I just looked at awards like I didn't understand the the Mercury when it was happening. So I just never been fond of awards. Now, don't get me wrong. the awards are all, they're all up there now, innit? So don't make me think that I don't appreciate and I don't think that I'm just talking that I'm taking you back to how I felt before, you know what I mean? Early. I definitely appreciate it. I definitely let my kids the kids see the awards and that, Nah, so it's a blessing. And that said, now older, mature, I appreciate all the effort that went into organising these things, and to, someone again, obviously the Brit Awards, but someone as dedicated as Kanye King, and in a way, it's sad because it's like I'm finding out more about why she done it and what she had to face, and her courage to step up and do it. And it was before my generation, you know what I'm saying. So it was already on the telly. So not understanding, like it's so much that you understand more as an adult, you know what I mean? Older, you appreciate and respect it. So rest in peace to her, man.
When you started to you make music, you make money, because obviously you started doing night collaborations and stuff. And I think even for me, I was like, bruh.
They didn't give me no P for that, bro.
It
was the privilege.
Have you still got you? Because I seen a video you posted not so long ago, and I swear you go into your shed and you've got bare unreleased.
Yeah.
Because you're an Air Max 90 guy, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And you were doing collabs where I feel like now collabs are
everyone's doing it.
Not everyone gets a collab, but do you know what I mean?
There's definitely more. I was the first.
I feel like you was the first, you know?
I definitely was.
Yeah.
With
the
Nike,
Air Max
100%.
90, is it the...
And the 180.
Yes, yeah. Tongue and cheek.
The tongue and cheek was the 90, and I did one before, it was the 180, which had all the train stations in East London, in the soul.
Did that ever make sense to you at that time? Because I feel like growing up at that time, all we ever wanted was, do you know what I mean, tracksuits and whatnot, and you know what I mean, Nike fitted hats.
Looking back at it now, but looking back at it now, it does make sense, because everything that you named, like I said, we're from the same generation, basically, innit? Yeah. So that stuff was, I don't know if it was even marketed to us.
Yeah.
As blacks, as inner city, whatever you want to call it, the urban community. But we stamped it.
Yeah.
And gave it that extra push and made it cultural. Everything that you just named was cultural. Nike's cultural, wherever, from Jordans to Air Maxes to Harachis, to all this stuff, you know what I mean? For the academics tracksuits, to the Adidas tracksuit later on with Stormzy, the next iconic thing. From the Gap drill, all this stuff that we set at Avrex's, come on, So damn right. It's just you better acknowledge it, all the way down to Clint's generation, from
Clint 419.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah.
Did you go on tour as well with Neptunes? Is that right?
So Pharrell and Neptunes brought me on a few times. Yeah. I went on tour with Justin Timberlake.
Yes.
I opened for Jay-Z.
And you're doing this in the States as well. Some shows in the States.
I took us to the States.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've seen
all this
clips
talk
of
about.
that.
All this talk about we finally. No.
What was that like performing in the States back then? Because this is not the internet generation that we know of now.
No, that's why. You know what's mad, yeah? People missed so much of it. So it's obviously, it's my personal journey.
Yeah.
But it's it's yours too. It's yours too. So for when you're talking about we finally make it, we got to America. Well, let me tell you something. We were there. I took Grime around the world. We was there all around the world.
What's
Australia,
it like? Because I've seen some of the clips of you perform. I'm talking we're talking festivals here. This ain't
Coachella in 2004.
Yeah.
2004.
Yeah, I've seen that.
You know what I mean? When it was really some hippie shit. Dusty.
Yeah, it's not the Coachella now.
Nah.
You got the Soho House tent.
Right. Even wireless at home. I'm 2008 wireless.
Kings of Leon wireless.
Yeah, early. The man them weren't there.
Foo Fighters.
Bro, I was what's the other one? What's the one in Vicky Park? I feel like the man them started going to festivals, yeah.
Yeah, because we didn't go to festivals. We weren't. I think when I used to think of festivals, it was really I used to just think Glastonbury, and festivals was just not something we were going to.
Right. I put us there. I put us on the stage, Grime, rap, whatever you want to call it.
There's one in, is it, there's V Festival.
Reading and Leeds.
there is Party in the Park.
Right.
Party in the Park. I think it used to be Hyde Park and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What was it like doing it in the States though? Especially with grime as well. Do you know what I mean?
Bro, people are people. At that time. People are people. So if people come in to watch you, as long as you give them the energy, like I always did, it's the same. Like they're just there. They're just there to see you, like as like they're part of the culture on an international level, or they just like what you do and they want to come out for a good time. You can treat it. Some of them will come there to chin stroke. Like it's like they're counting your similes and just the way. Or there's some people fuck yeah, they want to go mad and thingy. Because my approach at first was I'm trying to ribbity rap and say as much bars to you as possible. Look how I can rap early.
Yeah.
And what changed it was the Justin Timberlake tour. Once I went on that tour, and I was again, Boy in the Corner was already massive. I was on my second album by that Showtime, which was even more. Look, I can rap. That was my Look, I Can Rap album.
Yeah.
64 bars. Yeah. But now you're dealing with whatever 17,000 screaming girls, and everyone's happy you're there. It's Dizzee, he's rapping out of us. It's a lot of bars.
Yeah.
They come for a sing song. And not a lot of movement. I'm in the same spot.
Spraying his life away.
Spraying it away. You get a bar. It's bare bars for everyone. And as I evolved I started moving around the stage more.
Yeah.
The music started getting more hooks. Can I get another chorus, please? Like,
of course.
It evolved until when I got to Dance With Me, Bonkers, a thing like that. That's when we got into like, we're here. Come on, everybody. It's Come On Everybody music.
So because when you brought out Dance With Me with Calvin Harris, because I knew of Calvin Harris from his I think his album, what's it called? I Created Disco album.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah, and it was like this kind of electronic, but it was like vibey and stuff. And seeing that collab come together, how did that conversation start? How does that start with you and him?
I can't remember if I wrote a beat to a Groove Armada beat. And that's it. They run one of the festivals I was talking about a minute ago. It was Lovebox.
Okay, yes, yeah. Lovebox,
Vicky Park, yeah. So they sent me that and I wrote to it. So I wrote the lyrics to Dance With Me to that. My manager said that, this is good, but I think you could like get a different beat. Like you should like. So that's when I hit up Calvin, like, and I can't remember if I met him first. I met him at Radio 1 Big Weekend. And I can't remember, I think it was in Swindon, but I can't remember the year, but it was the year where Umbrella was #1 for 100 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? So it was that time. So I met him there and I was like, yo, man, like I love your shit. You're sick. So I discovered him when you did. Like when that album came out was sick. I get all the girls, I go Acceptable in the 80s and all that.
Yeah.
And then I think so I said it to him, I think he was surprised, innit? And I think what really pushed it over and made me think, definitely I need to do something with him. He done a tune with the Mitchell Brothers.
Oh, okay.
They had a song called I Wish I Could Dance Like Michael Jackson.
Oh, yes, I know this, right? Yeah.
So that's the first time I heard anyone rap on his beats.
Okay.
So they set it. They're from East as well. They're from Forest Gate.
Like the Mitchell Brothers,
Yeah. So when I heard them do it, I was like, rah. So when I needed the beat, I hit him up like, yo, have you got something you can? And he sent me that one. As soon as I heard it, I was like, what, like, rah. Like, I remember writing it, putting the things together. Then my manager at the time and Chrome, they got in the studio and Calvin Harris wrote some other shit. It went between a few people. And then, we've done a cheap video, invited as many people as I could at that time because we didn't have the budget. I was independent for that album. That was my independent album.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And it was #1 for a month. I didn't know, I knew it was good, but I didn't know. And I hadn't done much pop music. I'd done something with Basement Jaxx early, like in 2004. But I hadn't, that was like a big, I don't want to say gamble, but it kind of was. Because I'd already veered away from grime and just the grime scene in general. I wasn't on pirate radio no more. So much of that early stuff was driven by pirate radio and knowing that I was going to go to Shubs in Caesars or La Fez or where just all those death spots. You know what I'm talking about?
They're all finished now.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
they're not there anymore.
Yeah.
And who do you think that's because of?
Right, well, you know, innit? Yeah. But those were made for that. And the Sidewinders and Young Man Standing, Bling, all those raves. Yeah. So not that I was in no man's land, but I kind of, to make that, it was kind of all or nothing. My deal was up with XL. So I was just kind of there with the option to like put this tune out with no pop credibility.
Did it feel
really.
like pressure of what you thought people might think as well? Because you've had a wave of being a young artist when you brought out, you know, Boy in the Corner.
Yeah.
And now this is like a different wave. Yeah. And is there an element of pressure of like, people are going to think that, like, you know, I've sold out, or like, am I not?
I'd been told that.
mean? Yeah. No, but I mean, like, it's already different. It's different in this aspect because it was like, to see you make a track like this, and the track was a banger. Do you know what I mean? Like, that goes off at weddings to this day.
To this day.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But was there an element of pressure where you're like, I'm doing this, but it's like, you know, when you hit the button and you're like, all right, post it. Was it that? I'm not going to look at my phone. I don't want to see it. I don't want to know about it.
God honest truth, bruv. Anything I put out, it's that.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know.
But you give me a vibe of like, you don't give a shit.
When it comes to the music, I do give a shit. Like, yeah, I want people to like it, innit? Yeah. But you kind of just have to go. In general, I don't give a shit. It gets me in trouble. I don't give a shit in the places where I'm not supposed to not give a shit. Sometimes.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's that. But as far as the musical, what it is, I think in music, they try and pigeonhole you so much because like I'm supposed to be grime, and I don't think some people weren't ready to understand that I just like music. Like, I will try anything overall. Like, some things work, some things really work. Like, I'm big on R&B. Like, people, I was an R&B guy. I had Seduction Central. Remember Seduction Central? I had my tape. You never had your R&B tape. Like, you know what I mean? Like. Yeah, I mean, but I haven't got a bunch of R&B songs. My attempt at that was "I Love You" remix. Yeah. I don't know R&B chords. I couldn't do that stuff.
I Love You was meant to be R&B.
I Love You remix. Yeah, that was my attempt at it. Innit? Like, so, and then even to the point where see Jezebel, I wrote that to Foxy Brown.
Oh really?
Take You Home. I wrote it to that. To those, with the not even the instrumental. That's how I used to write sometimes. If I just like the beat, I could ignore whoever was on it. Like, big up Foxy Brown, obviously, but I could like.
I need to hear that on the original now.
So yeah, someone should just put the vocals on it. I did the same with "I Love You." I wrote it to "Is that your chick?" That's what I wrote it to.
I think I've heard that remix before though. I feel like someone's
put the lyrics on top of it.
Yeah.
It would make sense.
I feel like I've heard that before.
Yeah, and even Fix Up Look Sharp. I don't think I wrote it to that beat. Sometimes what was on the tracks, I didn't necessarily write it to that piece of music. But yeah, I'm always experimenting, always trying new things. Because I appreciate that someone can make some music and I might not be what I'm into, but it doesn't mean I can't try it. Yeah.
Did that feel like a gamble that paid off massively though?
Yeah.
Because of how long it was number one. That was on the news. I seen that on the news when it hit number one.
Yeah.
And it was on the news mainly because you was an independent artist as well. And I was like, oh, I didn't really understand what it meant to be an independent artist at that time. I think it's a lot more popular now and how music's changed, but also back then there wasn't that many independent artists as
especially on the main street. That shit was so big that no one would think of it as, if it would have been Boy in the Corner that got that kind of same coverage and you saying it's independent, it's like, oh, cool. And it was on a cool independent label, XL, big up Richard Russell, Ben Beardsworth. But that was a big, like the White Stripes and the Prodigy and Adele were on that label and gigs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, Nines later too. But this one was like, nah, this is independent, me and a fucking distributor. But global, worldwide, and then got me, that's when I won the Brit Awards. Ironically. Like, so after all of that, that's when I won it. On performing with Florence and the Machine, like that, like legendary big, like, but in front of Jay-Z and like before Jay-Z and Alicia Keys went on, they got to see that. Like, yeah.
What reception do you get from those kind of people? Because I have this thing, which is I have this kind of imposter syndrome that I don't know if my peers not so much know who I am in the room, But there's a part of you, I guess for myself anyway, I'm like, I wonder if this person has seen my stuff or knows my stuff. And I only had this recently when I met Chris Rock. And big up Tiny Temper because he done the through ball. He's like, look, Chris, this is Mo. And Chris said to me, he was like, hey, what's up, Mo? Love to me. I've seen some of your specials on Netflix. And I was like, oh, rah. Like, I was oblivious that you lot knew who I was. Is that the same for you in music when you meet like a Jay-Z and Jay-Z's like, hey, like, big fan of your stuff?
Firstly, especially with Chris Rock makes sense because in 2004, he wrote something about, Americans wouldn't know the difference between this one, that, and Dizzee Rascal. He knew then. And he also wrote something about like, the big mistake Dizzee Rascal made was not sticking to the Grime thing and going to be more. So he knew about the thing in 2004. Oh, wow. Same as Chappelle, all these people. Remember, these are the open-minded people. So that like they can take some crazy sounding limey shit like from across the pond. You know what I mean? That's who was into it then, innit? Maybe parts of the hood in New York. Like, in LA or that as well. But then someone like Jay-Z, like I said, I opened up for him. When I done like he did Wembley, So like I was the support. So I knew that he like knew was aware was because he even come up to me and give me the nod like, man, keep doing what you're doing. Like so that meant a lot. He didn't have to say that. There's been a bunch of I've got Jay-Z. To me, I've modelled so much of like of I won't say my mentality or just studied him. I think he gave us so much jewels in his music and the way he carried himself. So he's always been, to me, he's the greatest. Because of how he carries himself. And even my interactions with him, I've learned so much lessons. Like of boundaries as well. I'll tell you a few. So there was one time, see, just before that album, the tongue-in-cheek album, it was at a basketball game. And you know, when you looked over, acknowledged, like, he's acknowledged me. So he stopped, like the big man does, he stopped, like, as in to say, you're welcome, enter, like you can enter the space. So I've come in and I'm like, yo, man, again, doing too much. The kid's like, yo, man, I've got this new album coming, man. Like, it's going to be sick, like. And now we're older. Well, Jay-Z's got no business on holiday and bonkers. We know it, like, but I said it to him, and it's all going well. All I needed to say was, "Good to see you again, big bro. Bless up, man." So I said all that to him, like, "Yeah, man, you need to go." And he go, and he's giving me that look like, come on, you know you're not supposed to ask me that, nigga. You know that, you know what I mean? And I've taken it to heart, like, right, he pardoned me, but he didn't pardon me. He just say hello, innit? It's all right. Big up you, innit? Like, and then there was another time I saw him, early Wireless with Beyonce. And every time I've seen Beyonce to me, she's a goddess, bruv. Like, I've frozen in front of Beyonce. I saw her in LA once. I randomly ended up on the Destiny's Child video shoot for, what's that song? Girl, I don't know what it's called.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we was in LA and we ended up, someone put, oh yeah, look, so I walked on the set, and she was there, and she looked at me. I looked at her, and she might not have been looking at me, innit? But in my head, she was looking at me, and I froze. You see when it's like her hair went all wavy, and you know what I said? I said, you know, I can't look at her. Just, wow, it's too much. But I saw him again anyway, Wireless. And again, Jay-Z was by the side of the stage. Beyonce was there. You know, when she's too leng. She's too, I can't look away. Can't look at Beyonce. She's looking again. Is she looking again? I don't know if she's looking again. I think she was looking, but I don't think she was looking anyway. So then I said to Jay-Z, like, yo, I was with Risky Roads.
What you be with?
I'm telling you.
Did he have the camera?
He had the camera, bro. He had the camera. And he was then, I was like, yo, Jay, he's like, what's going on, man? Yo, can you give a shout out for Dirty TV? And he goes, ha, don't do that. You know the Jay-Z laugh. And you know what? Again, I have to think about that. Now I'm older. Like, of course he don't do that. Why did you say that?
Yeah. Where you are, right, in your career now, where like you've got hits, you know, especially also like I feel like you've also got, because I know you do a lot of festivals this time of year in the summer as well, and like I've seen the videos of like when you perform Bonkers as well.
Yeah,
that really Crazy. Goes off. But I feel like what's been really cool to watch is being able to see how like you've got different generations that are locked into your music. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like Dance With Me, you play that at a wedding, it's a floor filler. Do you know what I mean? Bonkers, everyone's dancing to that. The younger kids, you know, Gen Zs, whatever. But then you also have an older generation who grew up, like myself, on things like Boy in the Corner. Do you know what I mean? Listening like to you and Wiley today. You know, he's round the corner where you lot like perform together. For me, yeah, and I said this to Mac 10, I was like, I didn't think it would ever happen. Do you know what I mean? And seeing it just looks like you're both really enjoying yourself. Like, it doesn't look like, oh, this will be good for social media. Like, it doesn't feel like that. It feels like if you were there, you got to witness like history. But it was just nice to watch. And even when I listened to it today, you guys have really seemed like you're really enjoying yourself. And is that where you are in your life now? Where, you know, I see you're into your cars and stuff. You go to the car shows and stuff. Are you in a place now in your career where you're just really starting to like enjoy the fruits of your labor?
Musically, yeah, because the shows are popping. Like I said, Next Generation, I'm doing so much tour. I got a UK tour.
You got a new album out as well.
New album, We Want Bass. Australian tour, I'm out here, I'm active. I'm fucking doing Up Daddy as well. My kids are out there, bro.
Man.
I'm doing loads. Like I'm supposed to. I can handle the heavy load, innit?
Yeah. You see your new album though. If anyone who's into running or this HIIT workout stuff, this album is big for that. I swear to you, because I said to you today, I'm annoyed I didn't get to go running because that is the album. What's the track? The Candy Shop sample you've got.
Yeah.
I tell you, you did it. That one?
Yeah, Hit the Spot.
Yeah.
Cool.
I like this one still.
Cool. Good.
This is. If anyone does all this Peloton running club stuff, I feel like, but also I could imagine, obviously, festival-wise.
Yep.
It's going to hit.
Testing the tunes out.
That's where I think it's going to hit.
I've got some mad videos as well.
Yeah.
You know what, yeah? I appreciate you actually fucking listen.
No, I have to listen.
Man, I've fucking interviews we got you over the years, yeah. Like they don't even care about the music.
Yeah, no, I got to listen, man.
Yeah, no, they listen. It's like, yeah, cool, okay, yeah. He said, you know, I got an album. Yeah. Tell us about what you did when you was 18. Everything else is shit. I'm not interested. But nah, I'm looking forward to it dropping. It's upbeat, it's energy. And we're going back to what you was asking me about where I am now. Jokes aside, I just still love it, love experimenting. Just even with that album, going in with the new people, was in with White Nerd, big up Harry as well, in the studio over in West London, Wendy's house, and just going in, no conception about what I was going to do, hearing the beat and just doing it there and then. And again, like I said, it's dancey. I've done some big dance tunes as well, but this is more up to date sound of today, that kind of tech house.
You like bass as well, innit?
I love bass, man. I'm the bass line father.
Also, I say as well, if this is for the car community, because I know you're into your cars.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
If you've got one of these little Citroen Saxos with the massive speakers in the background, in the back, in the boot, this is also, I feel like, for them lot as well.
Bro, the way you're selling it, this is how I want people to know about the music. You're saying it better than I could as well. Appreciate it, man.
That for me, that's the first thing that I was like, cool, HIIT workout people. As I go to a gym and they do the HIIT workout stuff. I like my running, so I listen to a lot of like jungle, like quick, fast-paced music and stuff.
Damn. Yeah.
But yeah, anyone who's into the car scene, and I'm talking like the proper car scene, the man got the lights underneath and all that stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Damn, rookie mistake.
Man's got the real old school.
not the 0207. Whoa.
How's that?
My bad.
Have you got a Nokia? I said, no way, you got a Nokia, man. Oh, you really hit the nostalgia right there, you know?
Come on, man. Yeah.
But listen, man, it's an absolute pleasure, bro.
Thank you, brother.
To have you on the podcast. I swear, I'm not saying it's to say it because you're on.
No, I figured you don't talk for your health.
But bro, like you're like this for me is a full circle moment, innit? I remember listening to you like on like I'm talking Sidewind, the tapes. We could be here for another hour, innit?
We'll stay again, man.
I know you got the kids outside, but thank you so much for doing this, Dizzee, man. Yeah, and this has been your beginning. Middle and end. Thank you so much, my brother. God bless you, man. Hey, what's up, people? My name is Mo Gilligan. I just want to thank you so much for listening and watching my podcast. Now, a lot goes into making this podcast, as you can imagine. I might be the person that's in front of the screen, but it's really about the people that are behind the cameras. And what I'd really appreciate, what you could do for them is, one, give this a like. That would be great. Hype it up. That would be amazing. But most importantly, if you could subscribe, if you could just hit that little bit just there and subscribe. The reason why that helps is it helps us build a community, what people like, what they want to see more of. And most importantly, it gets these podcasts straight to to you. So you don't even have to look for them anymore. And how cool is that? Now, listen, if you do want to watch any other episodes, you can check out this episode down here and this episode just down here. My name's Mo Gilligan. Take care. Peace.